Hello everyone, it is Taria, Goddess of Earth. I hope all of you are having a beautiful, blessed day. I know I am. I've been working on the financial situation readings. All right. So today we are learning the meaning and energies behind the Death Tarot card, okay? This is a powerful energy. But first, okay, I looked up the number 13, okay, because death is the number 13 trump card. And 13 is a sacred number, you guys. And, you know, it gets a bad rap. Everybody, most people feel like it's a bad omen, especially like Friday the 13th and stuff like that. And so I'm going to share with you guys some other meanings of the number 13 that are positive, okay? All right. And we are going live tonight, but I'll probably see you before this even gets uploaded. But I forgot to put a premiere up, is what I forgot to do. All right, so 13, okay? Rooted in mysticism, the number 13 has different meanings and lore in different parts of the world. Since Venetia magazine is entering its 13th year, we thought readers would enjoy some random facts about the auspicious number. Although considered unlucky in the United States, the number 13 is seen as lucky in many other cultures. The number 13 also figures prominently in science, mathematics, and the early beginnings of our country. From Apollo 13's Houston, we got a problem, to the iconography on the dollar bill. These random facts will add to your store of useful information. Plus, you'll have a leg up during your next trivia game and be a hit at your next social gathering. So there you go, you guys. All right, so here we go. In Greek mythology, all right, Zeus was the 13th and the most powerful god. Number 2, triskaidekaphobia is the fear of Friday the 13th. I probably did not pronounce that right. Then we have number 3. There are approximately 13 cycles of the moon each year. Number 4. There are 13 cards in each suit in a standard deck of playing cards. Number 5. The 4 seasons each have 13 weeks, okay? Number 6. Children become teenagers at age 13. Number 7. The dollar bill has many icons with 13 elements, including the pyramid, letters in E pluribus unum, 13 arrows, and 13 stars. Number 8. Prohibition in the United States lasted for 13 years, from 1920 to 1933. Number 9. 13 is a prime number and a Fibonacci number. Number 10. 13 flipped around is 31, which accounts for the number of days in most months. The number 13 is the number 13 is highly represented at the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose. 13 bathrooms, 13 steps in the staircase, etc. Okay, number 12. Apollo 13 had a successful landing on the moon and returned to Earth despite an onboard explosion. And then we have number 13. Aluminum has an atomic number of 13. Pretty cool, huh? Now, there was some other things. Give me just a moment. 13 is a sacred number. In Earth itself, I'm trying to let me look at this. Turtles. Okay, I remember one. I love turtles. That was my first spirit animal guide when I was a child. It was given to me, okay, by my father. And turtles, they have 13. All of them. They have 13 like cubes, okay? There is something else. But you can do your own research on it, but the number 13 is sacred because Mother Earth, okay, I'm trying to, let me look it up because you guys are probably going to think, oh, she's not even telling us what she's talking about. Let me find this, okay, because it is very interesting. Okay. Give me just a moment, you guys, okay? Because there's something here. Because if, you know, some of you, if you are, I'm putting this out here because a lot of people see, you know, the number 13 as being unlucky. They link it to death. They link it to accidents, just all kinds of stuff. Give me just a minute, you guys. I know you're probably like, why is she... Okay. Let's see here. So I'm trying to remember what it is that is, I know there's, okay. you guys. I promise. I am so sorry. I should really, I thought that that was going to... Okay, here's some more stuff that's interesting, and I might find it in this, but I'm gonna go ahead and read to you while I'm looking. Okay, it says that in the Mayan Tzolk'in calendar, Tresinas mark cycles of 13-day periods. The pyramids are also set up in 9 steps divided into 7 days and 6 nights, which is a total of 13 days. The 13 treasures of Britain are a series of magical items listed in late medieval texts. The 13 postures of Tai Chi are 13 postures consisting of 8 gates and 5 steps, which are considered to be a fundamental importance in the practice of Tai Chi. In astronomy, there are 13 star constellations in the zodiac, including Ophiuchus. It's Ophiuchus. I cannot pronounce that. This can be compared with astrology, where there are 12 signs of the zodiac as well. Okay. Now, in the United States of America was created from 13 British colonies. The number 13 is commonly recurring motif in American heraldry. For example, the 13 stars on the Great Seal of the United States, and there are 13 stripes on the American flag. Okay, I'm still looking for what I was... The 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution abolished slavery and involuntary servitude. Okay. I guess I'm not going to find the meaning that I was looking for. But it has to do with Mother Earth, all right? Trees. It has to do with... Oh, there's really, really good nuggets of information, and it's... I'm going to have to go back, and what I will do, since we're going live tonight anyway, you guys will probably see me live and find out what it is. So I'm going to have to look for it, because I cannot... I was watching a documentary, okay, and that's where they were discussing this, okay. So let's go ahead. Let's do a recap here. We have justice, all right, you guys. So justice is the energy of Libra, okay. Clarity, all right, discovering truths within yourself, within other people. Some of you, this could be a legal situation where there's going to be compromises and agreements made, and it's going to be fair and just, okay. It's going to be in your favor. But you got to always pay attention to the cards that are around it as well. If they're good, then it's a good outcome. If they're you know, bad, then you already know there might be some complications. And justice represents your third eye being open as well, okay? You see clearly, okay? Now you have the Hanged Man, the one that was so difficult for me to explain yesterday. All right, so this is you being able to take a step back, okay, from a situation and gain mystical empowerment from it. Being able to remove yourself in a way where you can look at it from a different point of view without having any judgment, or I think that's the best way I can explain it right there from that point of view. It also represents, you know, releasing and letting go, you know, like cleaning out the closet, letting go of any energies or people or situations that are no longer serving you, okay, that may be hurting you more than helping you. That type of energy. You could be quitting something right here. You could be, you know, sacrificing something right here. This also can represent pause. This can represent needing to take a time out. All right, everything's at a standstill. No movement at this time. And, you know, depending on the cards that are around it, it can represent that stagnation type energy as well. All right, so we have death, okay, and this is the energy of Scorpio. All right, so we're going to read about it. What did I do with my deal here? You guys, I am so sorry. I just spent all that time, and I don't have an edit. I don't know how to edit. I don't think I have the right camera to do that anyway, so bless my heart. All right. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to put it right there. Just like, okay. All right, so death. Here we go. You guys, my little fur babies got me really good last night. So, somebody did cut my ears, so that's why it's all looking like that. I couldn't remember if I told you or not, so it's fine. That's what it is. It's a big old scratch. All right, so we have death. The key words to death is transformation, ending, closure, regeneration. Death is a card of an ending before an utter transformation. It is like the caterpillar in a cocoon on the verge of becoming a butterfly. It is time to get rid of what is no longer useful. Seek closure before moving on. You may be about to end a job, move house, or end a relationship. This may not be an easy change, but it is necessary for your maturation and well-being. If you've been feeling stuck, this card is advising you to look around you and decide what to let go of. Only when you free up stagnant energy will new things come to you. If you are going through a time of painful loss, find solace in knowing that you will look back at this time as the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Let go and trust in the universe. All right. So, Scorpio, death, which is the zodiac sign Scorpio, all right. Death is associated with the number 4, okay? And I told you guys, it gets really interesting with these numbers, and you can pretty much guess as to how we are getting them. I just set that there. Well, I tell you what, my mind is gone today. But it's the number 13. 1 plus 3 is 4, right? Just like the Hanged Man, okay? It's associated with the number 3, 12. 1 plus 2 is 3, right? Because it's the number 12. Same way with justice. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you kind of see where all that's going with that energy right there, and where they're coming up with that. Now, 4 signifies stability, rationality, structure, and rules. 4 is about the practical parts of life and being self-disciplined. 4 means being rooted and unmoving or static, which could be taken in both a positive way or in a more negative manner, like refusing to change. 4 is the number of the heart chakra, which is concerned with balance and love. 4 is associated with the Emperor and death. All right. Now, its element that it's associated with is water. Water is one of the 4 classical elements in ancient Greek philosophy and science. It was commonly associated with the qualities of emotion and intuition. The direction of water is west. Okay. Scorpio. Scorpio is the 8th sign in the zodiac. Scorpio characteristics include idealistic, intense, passionate, strong-willed, persevering, introspective, intuitive, purposeful, philosophical, adaptable, shrewd, disciplined, competitive, jealous, vengeful, and sensitive and moody. Okay. Now it is, also associated with the 1st chakra. Okay. The 7th chakra, death is. And then you have the colors, black, white, and yellow. And the crystals are bloodstone and amber that go with the energy, the death energy, okay? So I'm going to hold this up here so you guys can take a snapshot of that. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now, I wanted to look this up because it didn't say on here. So, the ruling planet, okay, that is over the energy of Scorpio, the zodiac sign, okay, is Mars and Pluto. Activity and power, okay? Now, you guys probably want to write that down. It may be in that deal that I had given you. Now I'm going to check one more thing here. There we go. Okay. All right, so death is also, you guys, associated with Mars, okay? I just wanted to check that. To me, I would think, I would have picked Saturn, honestly. Didn't say Saturn anywhere in there, so I learned something again today. All right, let me take a drink of my tea, you guys. All right. Here we go. Death. Something comes to an end. When stop it, Lucy. No, 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 no. She hears the kids. They're playing outside of my door. And Lucy's ready to get them. Okay. Something comes to an end. When something pleasant comes to an end, we are sad. When something pleasant comes to an end, we are sad, and conversely glad when something awful stops. But the image also reminds us there is still something left to do. You need your positive aggression, the strength to bring about necessary and radical change. Let go in order to bring in the harvest. The reaper is ready to do his work, okay? Spiritual experience. And as long as you do not have this, die and be reborn, you are but a dreary guest on this dark earth. Okay. As the card for the day. Which fruits are ripe to pluck? Which results are still missing? What is no longer fitting for you? Okay. For love and relationships, make space for a new sunrise. For success and happiness, if a life is to bear fruit, the conditions must be prepared for the harvest in the appropriate sequence, but it is never too late to begin. All right? It's awesome. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, now see what is so crazy in this book right here? It says that, you know, the ruling planet, you know, of Scorpio is Pluto, but it says Mars and Pluto. But it doesn't have Mars, you know, right there with Pluto. Very interesting. All right. That's why I tell you guys to look at everything, because just having extra, it's going to help you remember. It's going to help you remember, but at the same time, you know, keywords can not give you a picture or give you the whole story whenever, you know, you're thinking about them, or when you see, you know, let's say justice, okay? We're talking about clarity, or maybe a legal financial situation right here. And then you're looking at it, you know, and there's so much more meaning to it than that. That's why I'm saying numbers are so important, you guys. The numerology that goes in with the tarot cards, as well as the symbolism, okay? Where it may be hard for you to connect with the keywords or remember them, but if you look up the symbolism and you're going to see something, you know, and it's going to click, okay? You might remember that, and it has a completely different meaning, but at the same time, it has importance, okay? Because you connected with it, all right? You connected with it on a subconscious level, all right? Where when you, let's say the sword, okay? Look at the sword on justice, okay? Holding the sword up. What do you think the sword means, okay? It means clarity. It means truth, okay? Justice. So that is really an easy way. And then, you know, you have the red, okay? And then you have the two pillars. You want to look up all of this, because where one thing may not click and connect with you, something else will. Trust me, everybody's different, you know, and I'm just trying to give you guys different ways to be able to help you remember. Some of you may not have a hard time remembering things. I do. I'm one of those people. I do. That's why I have to look at things in a different way in order to be able to understand them or remember them, period. That's I've had that problem. That's why, you guys, when I learned the tarot, I did it this way. I did it 78 days. I didn't take any breaks in between, but that gives you guys time to study. But, you know, I just, the videos you see on YouTube, them saying, you know, learn the tarot in 2.5 hours, read like a professional. That's just crazy. I've told you guys, that's the craziest stuff I've ever seen, okay? And I cannot believe they do that. There's no way, even if you memorized all of the, that's not a reading. That is not a, well, it is a reading. It's not an intuitive psychic reading. You know, people that just read the meaning of the card and there is nothing coming through but just the meaning of the card, then that there is no authentic, you know, energy going into it. There are no psychic abilities, no foresight, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so we have death, okay? Key words: transformation, metamorphosis, an ending, sacrifice, loss, and rebirth. The death card tends to frighten people when it comes up in a reading, but although it looks scary, it symbolizes a transformation at work. It rarely predicts physical death, although it may reference a death or loss that has led to a transformation for you. Some decks picture a Grim Reaper skeleton with a scythe, grinning toothily and wearing a black hooded robe. The Rider-Waite Smith deck shows a skeleton in black armor riding a white charger, suggesting the ongoing cycles of life and death. Other decks show desolate landscapes, severed body parts lying around. Severed body parts lying around. I was about to say served. What? I haven't seen one like that and I don't want to. Anyway, it said, my bad you guys, it said severed body parts lying around and other disturbing imagery. Right. But you shouldn't take this literally. Remember, the tarot is jam-packed with symbols that can only be understood metaphorically. The number of death. The death card's number 13 has all sorts of symbolism attached to it. Some people link it with the 13 men at the Last Supper. 13 also corresponds to the number of lunar months in a year and the transformation from a lunar calendar and the decline of matriarchal societies to a solar calendar and the ascension of patriarchal societies. Now, the death card signifies the end or death of a cycle. Whenever a stage in life ends, you need to mourn it. Trying desperately to hold on to what's clearly over causes trouble. Jobs end, relationships end, children grow up and move away from home. Change can't be avoided. The ultimate message of the death card is the promise that new life follows disintegration. You're experiencing a metamorphosis. Think caterpillar to butterfly. Nice. All right, in a reading about money, you may need to let go of an old attitudes about money or change the way you've handled resources in the past. Death may also represent the end of one financial endeavor and the start of a new one. If the reading is about your work, this card symbolizes a transition in your career path, a job change, or a major shift in your work arena. Old, outworn conditions that have held you back are breaking down to make room for new growth. In a reading about love, death says the patterns you once found workable are no longer effective. You and or a partner may need to change the way you behave or interact with one another. Sometimes this card shows the end of an unsatisfactory relationship. Now it says, the goddess has led the fool to his death, because only through his spiritual death can he be renewed and come to rebirth. She has asked him to sacrifice his image of himself to find his true self. The old self must be left behind or die before a spiritual rebirth can take place. The frightening Kalia or crone is really the wise old woman who guides him. She is the keeper of the mysteries. That's awesome. All right. All right, before we go, I'm going to look again. I am bound and determined to find this. I told you about the turtle, the little, squares. There's other things that are in nature that that is the number 13 that is so important, and bless my heart, I cannot remember. Okay, so let me look one more time, okay? Let's do this. Okay, Mayan. Beliefs. Mayans' belief about number 13. Okay, I think I may have found something. I think I may have found it, you guys. Bless my heart. All right. Some link the 13 numbers, okay, with the idea that there were 13 heavens in the ancient Mayan otherworld. This may be true, okay? Now, it is also said that the 13 numbers represent the 13 major joints in the human body. The ankles, the knees, the hips, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, the neck. Thus, 13 is a number of humanity. So is 20. Okay? Here we go. For example, this is what I was telling you. Not counting various individual markings or protrusions, there are 13 rectangles on the shell of a turtle. Thus, 13 is the number of Turtle Island, the American continent. There are also 13 rattles in a rattlesnake's tail, and there may perhaps be some connection with the Pleiades, which are known as the rattlesnake's tail in Yucatan. Interesting. See, I didn't know that. All right. I'm looking to see, you guys. Now it says, now, likewise, 13 has special qualities, some of which are of great value. Despite the fact that 13 is both very high and an odd number, on 13 days, the spirit world is closer. Hence, a 13 day is the best day upon which to meditate, seek visions, and cultivate potential psychic gifts. Now that is very interesting. I didn't, that's the first time I've seen that. Now, this is the Mayans, you guys. And there's also a tribe in Africa. And I'm trying to, there is no way I'm gonna have to go back and watch that documentary. I'm gonna have to. But they, this number 13 is sacred to them as well. You know, it goes deeper, on a deeper level of how things in the natural that grows. Okay, the number 13 has significance there, and I cannot remember it. So what I'm going to do, if I don't, I probably won't do it this evening, but tomorrow I will hopefully have found that, and I'll be able to tell you what I'm talking about so you guys don't think I'm crazy. I know. I believe that's it. Okay. I'll find it. I will find it for you guys. All right. I love y'all. Be studying. All right. Tonight, like I said, we're going to have live, and we're going to talk about the questions that you guys may have, from the Hermit all the way up to the Hanged Man. Okay. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm sorry I took up so much time trying to find, but it's very interesting, and I'm going to find it. It may take me a minute, but I'm going to have to go back and find that documentary that I was watching, and just, it talked about trees as well. It's awesome. But anyway, it's a sacred number, okay? 13 doesn't have to be a unlucky number or a bad omen. It's actually a sacred, okay, number. So I just wanted to share that, and I love you guys. I will see you here in a little bit. Oh, goodness gracious. I knocked my stone over and my angel. Put that back up. I've got little angels over here, you guys, at the corner. I got several several of them, and that's what it was. They fell. All right. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.